Hello, welcome to day 29 of our 30-day Worthiness Attunement journey. I'm Grace Willow, and I'm so grateful to be here with you. If you're new to my channel, I would suggest, well, first of all, welcome. Thank you for being here. And I would suggest that you go back and begin at the welcome video and move forward through from days 1 up until today. These practices, they're not necessarily like stepping stones, like you don't have to do one before you do the other. This journey, though, has been normally when I sit down and create or facilitate a workshop or any kind of course, I create an outline. I did not do that with this program. I allowed spirit to guide me. So everything I'm sharing has been, it's kind of like a live energetic transmission. So this container is designed to move you from a particular point in your experience through the practices that are offered, kind of like scaffolding. So it's not that you won't receive benefit if you start here and then go back, but I would encourage you to definitely go back and start at the beginning to get the most bang for your investment of time, energy, and resources. Your time is valuable. Today's 29, day 29. We have been together for 28 days until today. Today's 29 days. That's a long time to invest in yourself, to show up day in and day out because you are worthy, not because you're striving to connect to something outside of yourself, but in order to release what's in the way of the shining jewel that you are. So before I begin with today's practices, I kind of want to do kind of like a kind glance in the rearview mirror about where we started and why, and where this journey will take you if you continue your commitment to realigning, recalibrating, and reattuning to the truth of who you are, the magnificent soul that you are that signed up to have this human experience, to move through the veil of forgetfulness on a mission to have an experience, an embodied human experience, this magical, wonderful place that we call Earth, the only one of its kind, where we get to experience duality and contrast and polarity. And the uncomfortable experiences are merely signposts showing us the contrast between what we're currently allowing or experiencing and our true nature. So if you experience challenges or difficulties, celebrate them. Wow, thank you so much for showing me how out of alignment I feel, so that I can become really clear about what my current experience is reflecting back to me, and I can choose, because you are the chooser. You are a powerful co-creator. You came from unlimited potential, pure potential, into a limited 3D experience. So where have we been? We started this journey with kind of an outline. I did describe why I was creating this journey in the first place and why it's important to me. And I feel like it's important to kind of recap, kind of bookend where we started and where we're going. So I'm just going to read something to you. See if any of this resonates for you. The wound of unworthiness is literally an imprint, because you come in whole, with a blueprint of wholeness, with a soul mission to fulfill the relationships, the experiences that you came here to have, do, be, experience, and express. And it's through the imprints of our early experiences, or even ancestral imprints that got passed down through the DNA, that we carry in our cellular makeup, in our DNA, that informs gene expression, which informs personality and choices. So the truth of who we are is so incredibly vast. If you could connect with the truth of who you are, you would immediately drop any pretenses of being unworthy, because the truth is that you are worthy. There's nothing that you've ever done or could do that would make you unworthy. It's simply an imprint that we receive from experiences, whether through past life experiences that got passed down through the DNA from our ancestors, or early life experiences that imprinted us with, you're not important, you're not lovable, take care of me instead of tending to yourself. Who do you think you are? It creates a significant lack of confidence. It creates a distorted self-perception, a self-concept. It creates self-denial. It creates heart walls so that we become hyper self-reliant, because early life experiences, or wherever the source of unworthiness imprint came from, it's not safe to allow others in, because we have demonstrated experience, lived experience, that others will betray us, let us down, disappoint us, hurt us. So we create walls, armoring. I used to joke years ago, before I started doing my own inner healing work, I had castle moats. I had really thick walls with iron beyond that, with, it was like layers of walls and and moats outside of that. And of course, now I've done enough work where my boundaries are semi-permeable, and I'm in a place of sovereignty about where I choose what and whom I allow in. Same goes with you. When you stand in your worthiness and your sovereignty, the need for those rigid boundaries dissolves. The other way that unworthiness shows up is through having self-destructive or self-harming behaviors, like drinking too much to avoid certain feelings, or to distance yourself from your intuitive knowing. I'm going to read you a list as well of some of the other ways, because I can't, every one of us is kind of like a beautiful tapestry, and the life experiences we have make our tapestries incredibly unique. So the wound of unworthiness can show up in a variety of ways. So I'm going to read a list, and I invite you to just make a mental note, or even if you feel like getting out a piece of paper and writing down the ones that resonate for you. And of course, this 30-day journey, I can't possibly hit or address every single one of these, but if you write them down, the practices that I have offered, you can modify the practices for the specific manifestation of unworthiness that you experience in your own life. And perhaps there's more than one. I know that in my own experience, I had a number of these. I experienced a number of these. And I know that when clients first begin working with me, they often have a number of these. So here we go. Flimsy, non-existent, or rigid boundaries. People-pleasing. Inability to set limits for yourself and or with others. Difficulty saying no. Settling and tolerating miserable, intolerable, unhealthy, and toxic situations for far longer than their expiration date. Inability to connect to your body, or great difficulty connecting to your body, so you live mostly in your head. I know our culture teaches us to know the answer and to discount our bodily knowing. So a lot of us are walking around as talking heads, deeply disconnected. And the truth is, your brain is not made to figure things out. It's designed to be in service to the GPS that you carry in your heart. Your heart and your soul are the ones with the blueprint, the deep knowing of who you are and what you're about and why you're here. And so when you can connect to your heart, it will always guide you in the right direction. And your brain is designed to figure out things like how to make a grocery list, how to drive from your house to the grocery store, or how to make airline arrangements. So if following the GPS, then you can put your mind in service to the plan and it will execute the plan, but it's not designed to actually figure it out. So inability to connect to your body, living in your head, being out of touch with what you truly want or need in any given moment. I can't tell you the number of times when I ask people, well, what do you want? And they're like, I don't know. I never had the opportunity to really get in touch with that. Difficulty asking for and or receiving support, experiencing life as a series of hurdles, challenges, obstacles, and disappointments, and repeating experiences, kind of like being on a repeat loop, distrusting yourself and others, prioritizing others' wants and needs above your own, betraying and or abandoning yourself, feeling stuck, small, frustrated, contracted, limited, burned out, resentful, pissed off, anxious, and depressed. And I'm not talking about clinical anxiety or depression. I'm talking about an angsty sense of like, I know I'm here for something more. Why aren't things working? I've tried everything I know. I keep doing the same song and dance. What the F? If you feel like a burden for having wants and needs, that goes along with asking for help, but feeling like a burden if you ask for help, already interpreting that somebody's going to interpret that your request as burdensome. Tremendous armoring against intimacy with yourself and others. Feeling a deep longing for connection with life, with joy, with delight, but you have a nasty inner critic who whispers insidious messages or shouts, such as, who do you think you are? You can't do that. You don't deserve that. You haven't earned it. You're not smart enough, thin enough, old enough, young enough, talented enough, creative enough. You don't have what it takes. You're not good enough. That's for other people, not you. If it was meant to be, it would have already happened. If it was meant to be, it would be easy. You've tried before and it hasn't worked, so what makes you think it will be different this time? You don't know what you want. You can't have that. It's just not in the cards for you. Other people always let you down. Don't trust anyone. Oh, by the way, don't trust yourself either. And you have to do everything yourself. Put up walls. Don't let others in. Don't trust that others can or will support you. Another way that this shows up is that your boundaries were violated as a child, so you learned that that is normal behavior. So there's almost like a fuck you attitude when you grow up. And so you learn to bulldoze other people's boundaries as a way, it's kind of like a way of acting out your pain. But it's incredibly harmful to both yourself and others. Secretly feel like you're kind of a big deal and that you're special, but you hide from it. Maybe even feel resentful that other people don't see it. You know in your heart of hearts and the very marrow of your bones that you're meant for more. You've read all the self-help books that you can think, that you've ever been recommended or that you see on the shelf. You're continually working on yourself. You've gone to therapy, you practice yoga, you meditate. You probably have repeated affirmations. You've probably done some of the exercises I've shared in this 30-day journey. You might receive tarot and psychic readings, work with pendulums, you receive energy healing. Pretty much you've done everything you can think of but you still feel not good enough. You still don't feel worthy. You still lack confidence. You still feel deeply insecure, still feel disconnected from your body and your needs. You still settle for less than what you want or deserve, and you tolerate situations that suffocate the life out of you. They squelch your life force energy. And it's almost like a sense of, what's the point? What's the point? That was a long list. Sorry, my Zoom is doing something here. That's a long list. The truth is, you did not come here to play small. You didn't come here to settle, or tolerate. It's a brilliant game that you're playing because you have free will. You get to create whatever game you like to play to experience being human. You have free will, you have free choice. Do you want to continue playing the game you've been playing? If so, have fun, enjoy it, revel in it. If not, if it's gotten old and you're ready to get up and stop arguing for your limitations, then take yourself seriously. You are the co-creator of your life. Nothing is happening to you. Life is happening for and with you based on your thoughts and your feelings, the frequencies that you are putting out into the world. If you're putting out a frequency of I'm unworthy, I'm not good enough, you're going to get experiences back that reflect that to you, that reinforce that belief. If you want to have a different experience, you need to start getting really honest with yourself. It's time to take an inventory. What games have I been playing with myself? What illusions have I been participating in about myself? And this isn't, I'm not saying there's something wrong with you or that you're to blame. I know that we've all had hard life experiences. I am simply one who has gone through a shit ton of my own playing games with myself to get to the point where I was like, I'm done with that game. What else? What else is there? That one isn't fun anymore. It's not enlivening. It's not fulfilling. It's not abundant. It doesn't allow me to have what I truly want in life. I just keep running around in the same circle, having a different version of the same experience. It's not fun. God, it's exhausting. So first and foremost, get honest with yourself. Second of all, choose. If you truly are worthy, start looking at the ways that you act out of alignment with that. Start doing the practices that I have offered. They are very simple, and it might seem like there's not a lot going on. When I agreed to create this journey for you, it wasn't, of course it's nice to be here on YouTube, and of course it's nice to, I think I've got 19 subscribers now, which is kind of exciting, going from nothing a month ago, no subscribers. I think I've had this channel for 2 years. Maybe had one video on it from a podcast I did a few years ago, or an interview I did, an interview. I did this because in my own work with my own evolution of worthiness, I began to realize that all of the programs and courses and private programs, courses, workshops, everything that I offer if someone is carrying the wound of unworthiness, the deep imprint of unworthiness, they can't embody their highest potential. They can't have what they really want. So for me, the core of potentiating your capacity to have what you truly want is to first and foremost come into alignment with the truth of who you are. And I'm talking capital T truth. I also looked at, everything that I had done in my own personal growth journey. And it all centered around coming into full alignment with my worthiness. When I created this, it was because Spirit said, my guides said, my soul said, offer this. This is really important. We're at a time now where shit's on. The world, it may seem like it's falling apart, but it's only the things that are no longer working are falling away to make space for things that work, that foster equanimity, foster respect, dignity. So today is taking a kind glance back from where we began, why we're doing this journey, taking an honest inventory of yourself, noticing where are you still not quite allowing yourself to embrace and embody your magnificence. What else do I want to share? I will share that I have a really beautiful practice planned for tomorrow. Today is kind of a we're almost complete. Get clear with where you've been and where you're going and where you are. Make a commitment. If it's truly, truly important to you, make a deep, honest commitment to yourself. Go back and start at the beginning of this journey. Do it again. And then again, if you need to. Reach out to me for support privately, or work with, anyone else who is doing this kind of work. You're also welcome to sign up I have an upcoming course, 6-week course entitled Queen of Worthiness, Reclaim Your Throne. Registration is open in the description box below. You can register for that all the way up until August 26th, which is when the course opens. And our first live call will be August 30th. There's 3 live calls in the 6-week journey, and then the rest are pre-recorded, which you can do at your own pace. This worthiness journey is about investing in yourself, investing in the truth of yourself. The time is now. Life really does need you. Step out of the game you've been playing and into the one you came here to play, into the unique vision and contribution that you came here to make. And that requires that you come into full integrity and alignment with yourself, your worthiness. You matter. You really, really matter. I mentioned in one of the videos that I'd had a number of near-death experiences, and I talked about the soul journey. I don't remember which video it was, but if you have any question at all about your significance and you don't trust that deep feeling that you matter, is true. Not that my opinion, it's not my opinion. I don't have an opinion. I have a knowing because I have experienced near-death experiences, and I have had conscious conversations with source and archangels and ascended masters and all kinds of beings, non-physical beings that I've worked with in my healing work over the years. If you could see yourself as soul sees you, as source sees you, you would never again question your worthiness, your value, your significance. So please trust me when I tell you, I'm not just saying it because I'm here on YouTube and I want followers and I want you to sign up for my workshop. The workshop is everything I offer is to support you to come into alignment with you. So let that settle in. Really take yourself in. Behold yourself. All right, I know this video is getting a little bit long. I want to end with a quote and I need to find it. I forgot to pull it up. So it just popped in my head. So I'm trusting that I'm being invited to share that quote with you. So give me one moment. I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I have the quote. Where did it go? This is a quote by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Actually, I think the emphasis is actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. And if that word doesn't sit well with you, replace it with source or consciousness. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Okay. So I'm going to end here after reading that quote with a request that you really take an honest look at how unworthiness shows up in your life. Look at the underlying insecurities or fears, and then choose to act in accordance, in alignment with the truth of who you are. You can be really kind and compassionate with yourself and just say, you know what, honey? You've had some really hard life experiences that caused you to believe something that isn't true. Come with me. I'll be here for you. It's okay to shine. Not only okay, but we're actually needed. Life is calling us. We're answering the call. All right. So tomorrow is our last day together. I have a really beautiful practice planned for you to bring our journey together to a completion, a closing. Thank you so much for being here. If you have anything to share, please put it in the comments below. I do answer, I do respond to the comments. And also, if you would please help my channel grow, help this content, help this, what I'm sharing get out to more people. I really do feel like it's valuable information. Please hit the thumbs up button, show YouTube that you're liking what I'm sharing, and also subscribe so you receive notifications when I do release new videos. And share this. Share this. All right. Sending you so much love. I'll see you tomorrow.